Hey, how's it going, guys? It is Greg,
It's your boy Luther.
Did I say? Oh, and I'm Frankie. Hey.
and we're L.A.N Party. I'm back this week.
Greg.
I don't listen. I heard y'all was cursing a lot last.
Who's y'all?
Was correction. All right, say less.
Imani?
Yes, I heard Imani was cursing it like a sailor.
It's insane that you would be the signifier to get them to curb their language.
Why?
Right?
Why?
Like, of all people, it'd be you. You're the wildest. Yeah. Can I say, when I'm in LA, people will hold like you, the LA people are like, Greg is New York. Anytime there's something going on, they're like, well, Greg does this. Like, you're the standard that they put for New York. You're like the Jim Jones of the.
Not Jim Jones. Not Jim Jones. Not Jim Jones.
I mean, who, I guess Busta Rhymes. Who's from Queens?
Let's go. Let's say 50.
You want to be 50 over? Sure.
Over Jim Jones.
Jim Jones? Yeah.
I like Jim Jones.
Not hell no. I would have to be 50 over Jim Jones.
That's because you're not from Uptown.
Yeah, I'm from Queens.
I don't know. 50,
I'm from the same hood as 50.
I don't like I don't like the way 50 moves sometimes.
And I could agree to that. But I'm talking about the antagonistic nigga ways. All right, I got two
That's
more.
fair. That's fair. You're right. Jim Jones is a little too mature.
What?
Yeah.
No, bro. He be brushing his braids, gang. Don't even do that, bro.
Okay, we're not gonna
Go
braid
on,
shame
bro.
him. We're not gonna
He be brushing
braid
his
shame
braids,
him.
bro. He tried to talk down on Cam and Bass the other
Yeah,
day.
he that tried to
Like,
talk down
come
on
on,
Cam.
bro.
He did.
Come on.
Listen. That is.
He tried to talk down on
family
Killer. We're not
squabbles.
doing that. We're not talking down on Killer.
Squabbles. Those were family squabbles.
I guess.
Squabbles. All right.
Well, we start the show as per usual. I asked, what did you do this weekend? So I'm gonna throw to Luther. I'm gonna throw it up to you right after.
Okay, cool.
So Luther, what you do this weekend?
This weekend, I played Clear Obscure Expedition 33 all weekend and continued to listen to Epic, like I said 2 weeks ago. It's not going away, gang. It's not going away. I'm going to be listening to this for the rest of my life until we get like Epic 2. I don't care.
So for context, Epic is like this concept musical.
Oh, I know, the Odyssey.
Yeah.
That's what we were singing before. One of the songs.
Okay, I haven't heard all of it, but
It's
yeah.
fire.
So have y'all seen or heard Hades Town?
Town?
It is the best musical on Broadway right now, and it
because
is.
I listened to that one, don't mean I listen to all music.
Yeah, but it's another like Greek type of mythology musical, and it's about Hades and Persephone and Orpheus and Eurydice.
He's a Lord Olympus
And
guy.
it is all the music is like Louisiana folk music. So like the cast is all people of color. And the play kind of plays like they're telling you the story, but like they're specifically telling you the story. So the band is on it. Some of the performers are playing. Sometimes they're like talking directly to the crowd and like breaking that fourth wall.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like Lore Olympus meets Sinners.
Huh?
It's like Lore Olympus meets Sinners.
Yes.
Sold.
It's ill. It's honestly, I think, one of the best musicals of all time, personally. Like it's really good.
Better than Cats?
Yes.
Why y'all laugh like that? I like Cats. I like Cats.
I like Cats.
I was a child when I seen it.
I like Cats, but it's not something that you would like better than Cats. You know, like, it's
Nah, Cats was lit.
I was just
Cat, no, wait. Cats was lit. They go on stage, go wow. On my knees. Cats was lit.
I don't know what that is.
I don't
It's
know what-
way better than Cats.
I
Wow.
felt like Cats was like the standard of Broadway for like my entire childhood. I'm just
You poor child.
Listen, this is
It was your childhood too.
yeah, like come on, we all live in the city. The Cats was everywhere.
Yo, Cats
was everywhere, but it was at least maybe because I was actually like invested in theater. It was the joke of Broadway. Like we knew it was hot, but it was like the McDonald's of Broadway. Like everybody had a little taste. You brought your kids to it.
Listen,
They're
I'm
like
not a theater kid. I ain't know.
So wait, in our defense as well, Cats was the most televised, like commercially Broadway, and because like people ain't have like I don't know about you growing up, but I ain't had cable, so Cats was everywhere.
Cats was everywhere. But that's what
Cats
I'm
was
saying.
everywhere.
It was easily digested. Like there's no real substance. There's no plot. It's just
I was a kid. I loved
Cats.
See commercial for Cats while
but
watching
you were
Arthur.
how old? You were like, of course
I was
you
7.
like Cats.
I was watching Cats.
No,
on
bro. I
PBS.
thought the commercials was weird, bro. They look weird. To me.
Cats spooked me. I don't know why.
It was creepy. I didn't like the font. It creeped me out. Like it sent chills down my spine every time the commercial came on. I didn't like it, but I saw it a lot.
I do remember watching it when I was older, and like some of these people are blowing, like they're singing to the best of their ability, and I'm like, why are you wasting this on
I've never
cats?
seen it. I never saw the movie with Idris Elba
The
as a
movie
cat.
is an abomination. I think there should be a seance to get it out of this realm.
Yo, bro.
Personally,
I was looking at the topics. All I heard that we need to stay out of these cats out of this dimension.
We need to exercise it. We can't. It's not enough to delete it. Whatever they did to Batgirl needs to happen to cats. That same magic. I'm so sorry.
Yo, bro, I hope your boss don't hear that.
They know Batgirl vanished. I don't think that's a secret.
All right. They be like, what you talking about?
They be like,
who?
Batgirl, you're not supposed to know about the project.
Never heard of it.
She'll get a phone. She'll get a call. Her phone's gonna say Mr. Gunn. Hello?
No, it's gonna be Zaslav, bro.
Zaslow.
Zaslav, that dude.
Imagine,
bro.
I've actually never spoken or seen him.
He's gonna send a representative. He's just gonna disappear.
That'd be dope.
Now we on a fucking mission to go save Frankie.
The dude name sound like a Batman villain, bro.
I mean, disappear.
Yo, bro,
He sounds like a Batman villain.
Y'all know,
for real.
Y'all know that Naruto arc where like they all try to find Sasuke. That's gonna be us trying to get you back.
And I'm gonna be stuck in there. I'm like, nah, this is me now.
This is me now.
This is me now.
I'm one of them. What you mean? She got DC tattoo on her neck. DC tattoo on her neck. This is me now.
Me now, bro.
I'm like, yeah, I'm committed.
James Gunn is a Orochimaru. Just. All right. So, how was your weekend, Frankie?
Yo, it was good. I started watching a show called The Gilded Age, which is actually pretty trill. It's kind of like Downton Abbey, but it's set in New York. And I love anything set in New York.
Yeah, you got me there.
Like every Marvel movie.
You know what I mean? Yo, facts. And I really like the like Bridgerton aspect of it, but I love that they have New York accents. 2, Brooklyn's a part of it.
Let's go.
So there's like Black people involved in it. And then like they getting busy. Like they're speaking spicy, but they giving each other the beats, trying to get in society. And I bang with it. If you guys ever seen White Lotus, the most recent season, one of the 3 friends, the one who got the buns from the Russian, she's a main character.
You mean the one that jumped out the window?
Yes.
Okay.
She's a main character, and she's honestly the best part of it. She's really good.
I liked her the most out of the trio. So
yeah, and because she's charismatic, she's good. Mm-hmm. She's good.
All right.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm gonna jump into these. Oh, my weekend. Sorry.
I was about to say, what did you do?
He's looking at you like, excuse me.
Well, for my weekend, I recorded for my YouTube channel.
Nice.
Right? I hate scary games.
Out, gang.
Huh?
In the episode.
Hard press, immediate.
Wednesday.
I'm waiting.
Hold on, wait. Is that camera? Drew. I refer to my editor. Yeah, I refer to
you said Wednesday?
Wednesday. Yeah, so that should be out by Wednesday, and just DreamCon prep. Like just little
DreamCon's at the end of the month, right?
Yeah.
Hype? Yeah. This is perfect. Y'all gamers. It's a gamer con. It's Black.
I enjoy DreamCon, not the prep, but during the con itself.
Yeah.
I enjoy it not leading into the con. It's kind of stressful.
Okay. That's
not
fair.
a fan.
That's fair.
Stress on high. Hate it. Moving on. So quick gaming news. Grand Theft Auto, what the hell? Gaming news, Grand Theft Auto 6 delayed to release on May 26, 2026.
Wow.
That's a lot.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
No one's surprised. Got it. Borderlands 4, State of Play 2025. Don't care.
Don't give a damn.
Not at all.
Damn.
Nope. This one's interesting. Trump announces 100% tariffs on all movies non-US.
I saw that.
Oof.
I can't wait for these studio heads to have a talking to him. Because he doesn't he's doing things that are affecting the everyday man, but now he's starting to mess with rich people. So I'm interested to see how that is going to go. Did you see what he posted on May the 4th?
Yeah, that Sith.
That AI.
Oh my God.
Why did he pick a Sith? I was like, he's trolling us.
He also did one with the Pope too.
Yeah. You know what though? I was dying laughing when I saw it because at the end of the day, the photo was hard. He was like back to back, bald eagle behind him.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
I was like, he was mad brolic. And I was like, I can't believe that this is. And then he posted it to the White House.
He be having some tough photos, I can't lie. When he got shot, that photo with his fist up, that's a hard photo. But I hated that they're gonna use that to push some stupid narrative. But I'm like, damn.
Yeah, they're gonna get a Pulitzer for it. Yeah, absolutely.
That photo is tough, bro. Like,
absolutely.
Whatever setup they set up for that, because I didn't believe none of that. But like, whatever setup they set up for that, bro, that photo was tough.
Yeah.
If it wasn't him, anybody else, I'd have wore that shirt. That joint tough.
And it's really weird between Beyonce and Kendrick and even Sinners. I'm having this sense of like being patriotic. You know what I mean? Where like I'm looking at things with the flag on it and stuff, specifically to wear at like Beyonce's concert. And at the same time, there's like Trump being a literal joke. You know, we can't use our ID to travel domestically anymore.
Yeah,
you have to have a passport or a real ID, which has a 3-month waiting list. And I was like, this is unpatriotic. Look at your face.
It's an annoying process to get a real ID.
I got a passport.
You got a passport?
I got a passport.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot a document yesterday. I went to go get it this weekend. I forgot a document. And then they were like, damn. They were like, see you in September.
No, yeah.
They were like, you gotta check every day like it's a pair of Jordans and hope that a appointment comes up because you can't walk in.
Don't you need like your birth certificate or something to get it?
Yeah, it's
things like that.
It's a way to get out immigrants, right?
It's so annoying. I'm like, why I need a birth certificate to get it? I already got the ID, bro. It's me, dog. Like,
I had my passport. I was like, why would I need any other documentation if I have a passport and I'm showing you my passport? Turn this into a real ID.
For me, my driver license expired, so I just have to I just gotta get it.
And then do it as a real ID. And then you could do the real ID plus, which will get you into Canada and Mexico.
I got a passport.
What am I going to Canada?
I got a passport.
I don't want to lose my passport, right? Losing ID is mad easy to replace. You could go to a kiosk and replace it. You lose your passport, so you're cooked.
As someone who's lost their passport twice.
It's hard.
Yeah, he be losing his passport. I normally bring my passport with me as a backup ID in case I lose like my driver's license. So I take care of that. I put it in a nice secure spot in my bag and I just leave it there. So if I do lose my main ID, then it's like, I still got my passport at least. Like, you're not gonna deny my passport. This is the ultimate ID in the country.
No, I hate traveling with it. I'm always afraid of losing it. I don't know where my birth certificate is. So
I haven't seen that on in like
yo, that's some Caribbean shit right there.
I blame my mother. I remember once I needed it for something. She was like, yo, where your birth certificate? I'm like, I'm 16. You tell me where's my where's the birth certificate, Mom?
Yeah.
Like, you birthed me, right? Where the proof?
She don't know.
She don't know. And she get mad at me. And we get out of here.
So here's some movies that are being filmed overseas. Avengers Doomsday.
Thought it was in Georgia.
Avatar 4 and Supergirl.
Oh yeah, that's being shot in London. That's what I'm saying. You think you don't think
I think Spider-Man also.
Oh, the new.
Oh, so
you
it's
don't
a
think
tariff
Eigler's gonna be all up in his office?
So it's just a tariff on all movies filmed outside. I thought it just meant like foreign films.
No, he said
aren't these American
on foreign land. He's trying to say we want to keep the jobs here in America. So anything shot in foreign lands will be tariffed 100%.
So that means if the movie ticket. So are we paying it as a consumer as well?
No, that the studio. So if a studio is paying, I don't know, let's say 100 million.
Okay.
Because you said Doomsday, right?
Yeah.
300 million. They're saying they're taxing that 100% as an additional 300 million. So ticket prices would probably go up to about $50. They're already 20 when you go see them.
Can't do it.
100% tariff is actually insane.
For your own movies though? Like,
he's saying it's not your own movies.
How is
you're shooting it abroad, but we're shooting it abroad because the taxes are already high.
Ridiculous.
My brother in Zeus, bro. How are we supposed to get like the grasslands of Lord of the Rings? We don't got those type of lands in America,
no, that's
bro.
Not true. That's not true.
We got places in America that look like medieval Europe.
Yeah.
Where?
In Portland, in Seattle.
Portland,
in North Dakota.
Don't they have like redwood oaks over there?
No, that's in like San Francisco area.
San Francisco got redwood oaks.
Yeah. Damn, you should probably go to a geography class. I will say this:
I didn't know they had trees like that over there.
America is beautiful, and there are multiple places that all these things could be shot. Lord of the Rings, places like that should be shot by the redwoods, right? Where there's 200-foot trees, but we charge so much to shoot here. But any other place you've seen in Ireland, we have tropical places in Florida and Miami.
Right.
We have desert land. We have it all. Rolling Hills, Wyoming is like that. So we have every type of, but it's expensive to do it. And also, like, the actors don't want to be up in Wyoming. What they gonna be doing? Send me to London. Send me to New Zealand.
Get me out of here.
Get me out of here.
Get
Absolutely.
me out of here.
And also these directors, like, be British. That's why they be shooting in London,
Oh, yeah. Hometown advantage.
Yeah. Why not?
I thought they just shot everything in Georgia.
They're starting to. I used to be very anti Tyler Perry and the art that he was pushing out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized that he is a net positive for Black people. And I had to like let up on him and be like, listen, now we got a studio that's like run by Black people, that's honestly exclusively Black, that even like Marvel's using. And yeah, we got to watch a Medea movie to get it. But like in the end, we won,
To justify the means.
Maybe.
I
Hope so.
Nah, I would, listen. I would think so. I agree with you. I would hope so as well. All right, moving on. Jeremy Renner turned down Hawkeye season 2 over a salary insult offer. So apparently they were offering half of what he made from the previous season. And you know what? He shot them bow and arrows pretty good that first
I ain't mad at him.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at him.
It was nice to see that white men can also get discriminated. That everyone. I was like,
oh, you're bad.
Nice.
I'm mad at him for that.
But I do think it's because of his injury that they were like, we're not.
I ain't paying. I don't got Prime Renner.
Prime Renner.
Which is like.
I mean, he said
were they not using a stunt double for most of those scenes anyway? Yeah, but like any chance.
I want to know whose idea that was. Like, listen, we'll offer him half, and he'll be okay with it, right? Yeah. Go tell him that.
What was the script like? Was he gonna really be in it?
Yeah, did he have less of an appearance in it? Because like, why would you even dare to offer me half the money that I made from the last season? And I'm the same guy, unless I'm just not in it. Haley Steinfeld going front and center now. Like,
I have a question for our producer. Actually, how would you feel if you're on a show, right? Halfway through the next season of the show, they say, "Hey, we paid you $100K. You want 45?" How would you take that?
I wouldn't listen to it.
Yeah, half is nuts.
Half is nuts. As an original Avenger, bro, from day one.
And they're begging to bring that old shit back.
And it's not like the season didn't do well.
Exactly.
I thought it was one of the best ones. It reminded me of Die Hard.
I mean, I kind of forgot that was a show.
It's a Christmas.
All right. You came to play ball today.
Far. I've been trying to.
Listen, man. I'm trying to.
I kind of forgot that was the show, but I mean, yeah, it was good. When I remember it was good.
It was one of the better Marvel shows.
I agree. Sure. It's one that like the ending wasn't rushed because
people paid attention to.
People paid attention to it. That and Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
If it's not going to do well and then you offer less, okay, then I guess you have a reason. But if like you shoot the season, you release it, it has the attention, it comes out to acclaim that's like fairly positive. Why are we talking about less numbers when it's a show that compounds? Like TV shows are meant to compound.
I don't know. They're getting more and more ridiculous with their demands. Some of it, I think they're punishing for going on strike. Mm-hmm. And they're like, fine, we're going to find different ways to like teach our lesson. And some of it is, I just don't think that these companies are no longer out to like push out art. They're out to like make $1. How can we make it the most profitable? Which is sad.
Thank you for the thank you fact. I don't disagree. I think that I like the idea that they're punishing the studios more.
Yeah.
Because that strike was ridiculous. And because of it, a lot of things got pushed back. And I think that's part of the reason why we didn't have a Blade soon enough.
No,
right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, like them strikes is what pushed a lot of production back.
You got to remember the reason why there was a strike was because they literally were not getting money. And they were trying to take their image in perpetuity and use it for free. So it's like those strikes were ridiculous. What was more ridiculous of them not trying to meet them halfway so that they had to be on strike for that long. Because what they were asking wouldn't really affect the bottom dollar. But at this point, they're so greedy. They're like, let them go on strike.
Let them go.
For like, it was long too.
It was like a couple, like 2-3 months at least, right?
It was from like July, I feel like, till January.
It felt like that. Actually.
It was long. It was hard. And the films that suffered because of it were all films like Blue Beetle and Barbie and things like that.
Did Barbie suffer? I feel like Barbie was a hit.
Barbie was a hit because Barbie was incredible,
it was that girl.
And I think Barbie was a hit also because it dropped the day that SAG started. You know what I'm saying? Blue Beetle was in the middle of the strike.
Yeah, because Barbie and Oppenheimer dropped like same day.
The same exact day. And we had all the marketing for Barbie had already went through.
It got pushed.
It was done and it just had the drop. But still, after we couldn't talk about it, right? Like all the influencers, we had decided we're not going to talk about the films. And so Barbie came out. There was so much to talk about, to discuss. And you know, we had to talk about like anime.
Yeah, nobody wanted to be a scab.
Nobody wanted to be a scab. You know, people use that word so freely, and I was like, yeah, I don't even know what scab is. Like, it was very odd to see. And y'all know, like, Straw Hat's my boy, and I thought that skit was dumb and like insensitive, but like it was very weird to see them all be like, he's a scab, he's doing scab things. I was like, when, where did you see him do it? And not just that, but you're asking us to stop working in solidarity for these actors who we're not aligned with. We're two different positions. And when the writers went on strike, y'all wasn't telling the actors to stop working in solidarity for the writers. We have two different jobs. We have two different positions. And it's not, this is how we get paid, is our relationships to the studios. And so you're asking us to go on a limb to stop making money, to stop supporting our family for something you don't even understand because you want to pick up pitchforks. It was very weird. It was and then there were like actively white people scabbing that they weren't.
Fake outrage.
It was weird. I'm
not a fan of it. So Frankie will be asking the question of the day.
I'm so excited. So we were talking about this before we started rolling. Oh, yes. We were talking about this before we started rolling, but I'm sure you all heard online, on Twitter, on TikTok, anything, where there is a hypothetical with one gorilla and 100 men who would win in a brawl. No weapons, none of that, just your wits. And I have a different question. Who would win in a fight between 25 children from the Tiger Showman's karate group? Or I say individually, you, Greg, against 25 Tiger Showman children, or you, Luther? Who do you think? Who do you believe?
I think I can answer this for both of us when I say.
And let me say, these are not white belts, Tiger Showmans. These are 12-year-olds, red and above belt. There's a black belt in there.
One black belt? Like
there's
2,
five
3?
Five black belts.
That's fine. Ooh, that's fine.
And there's one kid who been eating his Wheaties.
All right. Well, first off, I'll answer for I not gonna answer for both of us when I say this, right? We'll fuck them little kids up. Are you crazy? I'll beat the shit out of these kids. New York
Tiger Showman children.
I don't give a flying fuck.
Care.
You don't care.
They're children.
You saying your grown man strength, got it.
Yes, it's grown man strength and experience.
They all know karate.
But do they have combat experience?
Yeah, they've been practicing.
With each other.
Bro, with each other. They've been sparring with each other.
They play other dojos.
But have they fought in the streets as a 12-year-old, bro?
Probably.
You don't.
They from the streets. They from New York City.
Frankie, I want you to know.
Not everybody from the city got that dog in them, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sorry. Like
that's true.
I will always protect my city when I'm outside of my city.
Yeah, but
when you at home, not everybody built like that, bro.
Most of us are built like that. What you're thinking about are people who came to the city after 10.
Hell no.
Who went to high school somewhere else.
Nah.
There are like
live in the city.
14 million people in the city. All of us cannot be that guy.
I'm going to say this much, right? You put them kids in front of me, I'm going to punch the first one in the chest so hard, their shoulders is going to touch. I'm going to be, I'm going to be whipping feet.
Okay, so let me amend this. 25 kids from your neighborhood.
That's even better.
12.
There's a couple of them I want to put my hands on already.
I'll beat them up too. I'm beat them up even harder.
I'll grab one kid.
Thank you. Yeah, actually.
I'll grab one kid by his belt and swing him around and let him hit all the other kids.
12-year-olds? Really? Like, if you said like 16 or something,
I get 16.
16, that's some.
I was strong at 12.
Those are young. Those are
you
young.
were strong at 12?
I was skinny.
You skinny at 12?
Skinny.
Those are young YNs, bro. You got your YNs and you got your younger YNs. 16 is like a younger YN, bro. I don't think I'm beating 25, 16-year-olds. No, you don't become a YN till like, I want to say.
It's the age bracket on
the age bracket on YNs. I think the age bracket on YNs actually, I think is a high school to like
early sophomore year high school or what?
Yeah,
what
like 15, 16.
Term YN.
Like I think 16, between 14 to 24 is YN age.
14 to 24.
Okay, I think that's a fair bracket.
All right, that's fair.
I think
yeah,
I'm
not fighting 25 YNs, bro.
Yeah,
but 12-year-olds,
25 YNs.
I'm not fighting. I'm not. They can.
What about 50 12-year-olds?
I'm losing.
All right, now this is just a numbers game, bro. At this point, like I'm gonna be overwhelmed.
One of them is gonna hit you in the balls.
And that's just gonna anger me to beat the rest of them up even harder.
Your tummy's gonna be hurting. You're gonna be curled up.
As I'm curled up, I'm choking one like this the whole damn time.
He said, "I'm gonna get him." Okay.
You can fight through the pain, bro. You can fight through getting kicked in the balls. It's not just to be your end all.
Why y'all be acting so dramatic when it happens?
It hurts.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It hurt, but in a high stress crisis, like you have to fight 25 children. I'm not gonna stop to care about my balls.
Now y'all
I gotta beat up 25 kids.
Y'all all John Wick.
Yes,
y'all just eating pain.
Yes.
Y'all just moving
on. If you put me against 25 Tiger Showman children at the age of 12 or lower, I am John fucking Wick. I am going to violate.
Wow.
I'm going to violate.
I tell grown men,
hurt in their eyes.
I tell grown men that I will beat their mans with them.
Yeah, but that's not 25 of them.
Yeah, but if I could pick up a grown ass man and beat his mans with him, and a grown ass man's about 230 pounds, what makes you think I can't beat
12-year-olds
25 12-year-olds? I can pick up one 12-year-old and beat 10.
Yo, bonus piece of information. Average weight of a 12-year-old, about 90 pounds.
90 pounds?
Oh my God, bro. What are you talking about? You ever been like to them fucking amusement parks when they got you on like the log and you got the little battle baton thing? That's gonna be the 12-year-old. I'm a battle baton on the 12-year-old.
So
90 pounds.
So then what are your stances on the gorilla versus the
the gorilla gonna win.
The gorilla's winning that, bro.
Gorilla winning.
But this is the same numbers. Like the difference in strength and like the amount of people are the same numbers of what you're saying.
So here's the thing, right?
But I guess actually that's true. Then you're right, because y'all saying
the gorilla is that much stronger than a human. He's gonna take out all of us. Same way we taking out them kids.
But understand this much, right? A 12-year-old has a better chance of doing damage to me than one 12-year-old has a better chance. You kick me in my nuts, there's a great chance of that. You have a better chance. Like you could punch him in the eye, it might hurt, right? If I punch a gorilla, my hand's gonna go ow.
What? No, y'all think gorillas are like a Homelander? No, they're
compared to
strong,
us. Yes.
They're stronger in terms of like their skin height and stuff, but they could still feel pain and stuff.
I really did not think that y'all would be on these sides of the gorilla debate.
I'm actually kind of shocked.
I'm not beating nobody's gorilla.
I understand like one-on-one, y'all not going to beat gorilla. 100 people is so many people. That gorillas have eyes. They don't got magic eyes. You poke the gorilla's eyes out.
Good luck getting that close.
You know what? You ever been in a situation?
They cannot be swiped. This is not Superman.
And how many got to be sacrificed before we get to the eyes?
Minimum 50.
I got a question.
Yeah.
That's half the people already.
I'm saying all 100 is taken out. Maybe it's 3 people, but what I'm saying is that
if
gorilla.
we do take out his eyes, then what? Now he's just thrashing about wildly. Who's going to approach a gorilla? The gorilla's faster than us too.
He also has
faster, stronger.
You can hit him at his knees. You could suffocate him.
Suffocate?
Yes. If there's 50 men on top of a gorilla, you're gonna suffocate.
He's throwing all 50 men off it.
Y'all could stomp.
How y'all like getting around the gorilla neck? That's not
the gorilla. Not suffocate like this. Like y'all
with a plastic bag?
No, like y'all all lay on top of the gorilla.
That gorilla is going to
tear us apart. We're talking about men, right? So like some of these men are 250. Some of these men are, and they're just sitting on top of each other. I know y'all been to Webster Hall. You see what 100 men can do. You see the power, bro. You see
to other men.
Indomitable spirit.
The indomitable human spirit.
Let me say something, right? A gorilla could probably bench press around like 4K pounds, right? So that's 20. That's about like 25 men.
I don't know. A gorilla cannot bench press up to 4K. Their maximum inertia can reach up to 4K.
The maximum inertia.
But that's like one swipe. It's not always swiping.
But then understand, right? That's at least like 25 people at one time.
So what if there's like Aston Hall in there?
Aston Hall?
Yeah, Mike Tyson Prime. Like, what if it's like men like that in there?
You talking about like Jack Reacher?
Yeah, they all 100 of those.
So a gorilla can lift up to 10 times its body weight, which is about between 300 to 500 pounds, which means they could lift 1.5 to 2 tons.
Okay, that's 10 men.
That is superhuman.
10 men.
That is us. That is us fighting Captain America.
It's 100 men.
But you understand, son?
Just to put it in perspective.
Okay.
It is a feat for humans to be able to bench their body weight.
Okay.
He's right. Some people can't even do a
time their body weight.
I'm not saying that the gorilla is not impressive. I'm saying 100 men is a lot of men.
The one I would give
it's not skill, it's not strength, it's sheer numbers.
I would give it maybe a 30 to 20% chance of humans winning.
I think that's fair.
I only say that because I saw a video. I saw a video on YouTube where it was like a person that studies gorillas, and she was like, that amount of numbers might make a dent.
I'm not saying,
and that convinced me for a small minority percentage.
Yeah,
chance.
I think 100.
The chance ain't zero, but
chance ain't zero. But I also 100% feel if fear is at all a factor, they gonna plow through 50 and the rest. I'm
not gonna lie to you.
Gone.
If I see one person get their arm ripped off, fear's in my heart.
Yeah,
that's exactly what's gonna happen.
I'm like,
and then he's gonna throw it. Listen,
I did see that if that were to happen, that the kid who got dropped into the Harambe pit must be amongst that number. He must be. He's of age. He's 18 now.
They said what?
They gonna spin the block on him?
Yeah, they said go ahead and drop that kid in there.
2.5
like, I have a gorilla body already. Let's see.
1 ton is like 2,000 pounds.
Okay.
And they lift 2.5 of those. So that's like 4,500 pounds of men.
That is one gorilla. Lifting 1.5 cars.
1.5 cars. These men,
what's the weight of the average man, bro?
Like 190. 220?
220.
220, 198. All right, so let's just say 200,
lower.
right?
If it's lower than that, that's even worse.
Yeah, it's lower.
If the average man is 200 pounds and there's 100 men.
LeBron's is all of them.
LeBron get beat the fuck
Yeah, LeBron is like 250. I'm surprised you said 220.
I'm like 220.
Yeah, you please.
So that means one gorilla could lift the weight of all of those men.
Of all 100 men?
2,000 pounds. 100 men. How much is that? Is that 20,000 pounds? I'm bugging?
Yeah.
All right.
Damn, but he tired. They beat on him. They give him
still, even so.
They give him the beat.
Even so.
It's hard to breathe. They sit on his chest.
They sit on
yeah.
But even so, that means
throwing them barrels
that means Donkey Kong can chuck. Donkey Kong could grab and chuck 4,000 pounds of men.
But Mario be putting the beats on it.
All right, let's get to this review.
No, bro.
We're not doing this.
I'm not fighting something that could pick up 2.5 tons, bro.
I'm not saying you had to fight him.
No sensible man should fight anything that could lift 2.5 tons, bro.
Would you watch it though?
Hell no. I don't got the heart for that.
No.
Like the Hunger Games?
Because you understand, like, one person gonna get punched and he gonna, like, Like,
his chest is gonna cave.
It's not even just that. He's gonna like bowling ball into his friends.
Atomize, bro.
Sorry, that's
Nigga, like the snap.
Just a bloody vapor, bro. Like, chill.
That's hilarious.
What's that guy from A Train from The Boys?
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh my god.
No, bro, that is going to be a slaughter. And also, the gorilla don't have enough surface area for all 100 men to attack him at the same time. Some people gonna be left out.
I'm saying you gotta climb on top of each other, like
To hurt each other to do it?
Y'all get hurt regardless.
That gorilla is
you
going
can't be World War Z type Last of Us. You know how
it's going to toss them off before they even get a chance to pile up heavy enough to stop them.
Well, I guess
if you're that strong, you could just keep doing this.
Never know. But you're right.
The more you fling them off, the more they get injured, and then like you'll run out of men.
Yeah,
honestly, I think you would have to get to like Spartan 300 to have a consistent shot at taking out.
Yeah,
you need enough men to keep going at it to get that weight on top. I'm
assuming that they're not putting regular men in this pit.
No, I'm assuming like bodybuilders and stuff, but he's still going to chuck them.
Krav Maga. These are right. These are
martial arts technique shit against a gorilla.
Cobra Kai never died.
He's nothing against a gorilla. He don't care if you know boxing. He don't care if you know Muay Thai.
The whole point of some of it is like
that's to fight humans.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. He gonna bop one person on the head. Their head is gonna go to the torso and look like the guy from the Ninja Turtles with the guy in the stomach.
Oh my god! And the shades.
Boom!
Wow.
It's over.
Yeah, nah. But them kids, I'm beating them up.
But the kids,
beating them kids.
Like back to the children.
I'm the gorilla versus the kid.
Okay,
they getting washed.
And I'm gonna volley. I'm gonna give someone a noogie. I'm gonna volley,
give someone
bro.
a wedgie so bad that their boxers.
He said the average 12-year-old is 90 pounds, bro.
Shits out the back.
No, that's how I'm gonna swing them around.
The average 12-year-old is 90 pounds. Is up for them.
Aren't distributed enough anymore to these children
because it's painful.
It's a rite of passage.
Because these kids don't be outside anymore. They don't got that outside strength, bro.
They're becoming YNs now. They just picking up the grip.
They got podcasts.
Yeah, they be shooting.
Podcasts now.
They got podcasts and Twitch and whatnot, bro.
Yeah, they on SoundCloud.
Unless they're like the big 12-year-olds, like,
dang,
like I don't know,
trying to go D1.
Yeah, like the football player kinds, you know, like my friend, his son is like 13. Dude's huge, bro.
Yeah, but they would never
fight 25
fight.
of him. I don't know.
They would never fight you though. Like those type of kids are only focused on like whatever sport.
I sure hope so. those 12-year-olds, yeah. I don't know.
Okay, but Tiger Showman's.
Yeah,
I'm punching them kids in the neck.
I hope y'all tag. I hope y'all tag Tiger Showman's in this. Talking about step your cookies up, Tiger.
Yo, send 25 of your best 12-year-olds, bro.
To the studio. Go ahead, drop the address.
Wait. Next YouTube video, next L.A.N Party Studios YouTube video will be Luther versus 25 Tiger Showman Karate Kids.
Oh my God!
That's the next video.
Just send them in the middle.
The parents gotta sign a waiver.
Sign waivers
and watch as I plow through all of them.
No gear.
No gear.
Like a gorilla, bro.
No. Luther can't wear no gear. The kids can wear gear.
The kids can wear gear.
The kids can wear gear.
The only thing Luther's allowed to have is black Air Force Ones.
And a cup.
In a cup. Okay, in a cup.
What do you
in a cup.
For?
My balls.
Oh, that type of cup. I thought you were talking about
like a cup of Hennessy? That's what you thought?
Yo, I'll take that too. I'll take a cup of Hennessy. That'll numb the pain.
Sure.
So that was definitely let's go. Let's do it. And I just swinging these children around like nothing. 90 pounds? Come on, man. Come on, gang.
What? Meek.
90 pounds is nothing. If I could pick up a grown man and beat him up.
The thing, like, my mom works in law enforcement, and one of her co-workers got punched in the face.
By a 12-year-old?
No, by an adult man. Oh. And she's been out for a while, and I was talking to her about it. She's like, man, she's out for a while. And I was like, Mom, you never got punched in the face. That changes your life. It's hard.
It makes me angrier.
But it's not the end of the world.
You got punched in the face before? Have you?
I've been in several fights.
Okay. But I've been in fights and I've been punched in the face. Those are two different things.
Only like getting punched in the face and nothing happened afterwards?
Punch in the face? Yeah, that happened. I got robbed once. I got punched in the face. That shit
Somebody
is
robbed
the worst
you?
case. I was like 16.
I know what I said.
Yeah, you said.
I know what I said. Somebody robbed you.
Someone robbed me. Oh, 161. The Bronx ain't nothing to mess with. Well, I'm by Yankee Stadium, and I still have the scar. I don't know which eye it's under, but I still have the scar. And to this day, I remember that pain. I've been in fights, but fights, particularly with women, are not. You're not
Same
getting
as
punched.
men.
You're not really getting punched.
I got kicked in the face before.
Tough feeling, yeah.
I've
but even
only
then,
been hit
it's
once.
not. It's not shocking like getting punched in the face. It's not that like stark pain like getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a unique pain. So if you punch a 12-year-old in the face,
Volley.
he's not getting up.
That's the point.
He's
That's the
not
point.
getting up.
I'm not holding back either. You
You're ruined. Now they're all quitting karate.
Good.
Because
and I'm swinging with no real technique. I'm not none of that karate.
They should quit.
just pause. Yeah. Well,
You know why they should quit? Y'all wasted money. Y'all came here to defend yourselves. Y'all jumped me and lost.
And y'all jumped me and lost, bro. Then I seen an Ip Man where he went to the dojo and he was like, yo, send them dudes, bro. And he beat up all of them in their school. That's what's about to happen.
yeah, I gotta watch Cobra Kai. Have you seen this?
I have seen Cobra Kai.
I love
beat them
it.
kids up too.
But the Cobra Kai kids, nah. First of all, they're all old.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You
They're
ain't
grown.
1v1.
1v1.
Depends on the kid. Depends on the kid.
Depends on Miguel.
Depends on the kid. I ain't gonna-
That guy
Miguel's
is big.
going crazy.
Miguel go nuts.
Miguel's going
The
crazy.
guy who looked like Topanga.
The stepbrother.
Because
The stepbrother.
them Cobra Kai kids is fighting martial arts with martial arts. I'm fighting
But
dirty,
yo,
bro.
they
I'm not
threw my
martial
boy.
Nah,
arts.
you don't understand.
Paralyzed my
You
boy.
don't. You don't
Like,
understand. They doing
cooking.
backflips and actually landing the kicks.
That's great. You go ahead and do the backflip. I'll just
They
step
were
to the
throwing
side
people
while you
out
do all
the
that Power
window.
Ranger shit.
Nah, they-
I'm not.
They was getting nuts.
I'm
They
not
was
standing
getting
around
nuts.
watching you do all that fancy shit for me to get
And
hurt.
you talking
do
about-
the backflip. I'ma just sidestep. Be like, all right, that was cute.
And you talking about
and then
the
throw a book
Miyagi-
because they be fighting in libraries. And
You talking about Miyagi-Do karate. Them kids was doing karate. Cobra Kai were for the streets.
Nah, they was a bunch of hoodlums. I ain't
They
gonna
were
cap.
hoodlums doing hoodlum shit.
No, understand something. You will beat most of the Cobra Kai kids. I'm not doubting that.
But the
the
teens-
main ones,
the
main
teens-
characters,
I'll beat whoever
Even-
I
what
can
was
beat,
that?
bro.
What's the one from Disney Channel?
The girl?
The blonde one. Yeah.
she was putting in work.
She was cooking.
putting in work.
She was cooking.
you-
Drugging.
I will
wasn't-
beat whoever I can
They said-
beat.
she said-
Main character, side character.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Right to your chest.
They was punching kids in the neck.
Yo, they was cooking. I
That's
was
you
like,
assuming
this
I'm
is
gonna throw the
shocking.
first punch. I'm not dumb.
They gonna think this
It
Cobra
don't
Kai
matter.
first.
It do
Oh, yeah.
not matter.
That's true.
You want to throw the first punch, you gotta shock
I
up.
forgot.
Because once they get up in there, you're cooked.
Oh yeah, once they get in their flow state,
What are we doing
forgot.
here? I would be so embarrassed if I got drop kicked because it's like the amount of time it takes to drop kick someone.
Nah, if you drop
and it
kicking someone,
connected, oh my god!
you ain't shit if you get drop kicked. They already know, like you're not fighting. You're not beating me.
If I got hit with something
beating me.
that you can do in slow mo,
Yeah, like if you could risk
doing?
falling on the floor in a fight just to hit me
Yo, on your back, You're
on your
falling
flat on your back, I know I'm cooked. It's
I'm
done.
cooked.
It's done. First
I'm like,
person
you
to
know
drop
what?
kick me, you got it. You got
I'm
it.
like, you know what? I can see.
Got it, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's
if
nuts.
you drop kick me, I'll be back with that
Clack,
thing.
clack.
With that thing.
Now you gotta shoot. Now I gotta shoot you. I have to
Son,
kill
I'll
you.
shoot you, bro.
I actually have to kill you. I'm so sorry.
You not messing up my reputation.
Because I tried to settle this.
Ruthless
I tried to
fist, bro.
settle this diplomatically, right? I tried to respect you, and you drop kicking me. Now I have to kill you.
And it's not even 1 foot, both feet.
Both feet, bro.
Both feet.
Yeah.
Both.
Boom.
Yeah.
Like the Boondocks.
Bet.
All right, yeah.
I got
Spinning
something
the
for that
block.
ass.
Spinning the block.
But I'm glad I got that answer. Thank y'all.
Thank you. No, thank you for the
Tiger
question.
Showman's got 2 weeks to respond.
All right, so today's main.
Tiger Showman's got 2 weeks to respond.
Look, wait.
I told you,
Hold on.
tag him. Don't be
Put it on,
soft. Go ahead,
put it on,
tag him.
look at the camera tunnel.
Zoom in slow.
Look at the camera.
Zoom in slow.
We gonna do it. We gonna
Tiger
do it. Look at the
Showman's.
camera and let them know.
Yo, listen, Tiger Showman's. You got 2 weeks to respond. Send your best 12-year-olds at me, gang.
Hey, do a little kiss it. Do a little, yeah. Exactly. Let him know.
1 week later.
Show the pause.
He beat on his ass.
Drop it on
Okay.
the.
Yo,
Getting
it's so
washed.
nasty, you gonna have to jump in.
Dang, I be like, yo,
Washed,
these
man.
kids,
These kids
Where did
hitting
they
right now,
find these
but
kids?
these kids is hitting.
They said they gonna bring a 12-year-old that's like 6'7" talking about.
Swear to God,
Be like, can I see birth certificates? Cause ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I am 12.
Let me see. I am 12. It's gonna be great.
I am 12.
Yo, bro, with an accent, I am 12.
I am 12.
Think of Ronda Rousey and just put her in pigtails.
I'm saying, bro. Oh Lord.
Oh, that's
25 of them.
Like, I'm 12.
I'm
I don't know because kids do be big.
They're
these
gonna
days.
just gonna put freckles on them or something.
Kids be big. Yo, you 12? Yup.
Yeah.
No, bro, you turn 13
12,
next
he
week.
got a
Stop
full
playing with me,
beard.
bro. Your birthday's next week, bro. You 13, bro. And he's somebody who turned 12 in 2025.
Oh my God.
These kids, as they're listening to that, they're downing like beef jerky and they're doing push-ups.
You about to
They're
Man,
like,
bro, they're ODing right because they got the time to do it. They got the time to do it. They don't gotta go to work. They don't gotta pay bills.
I mean, they got school and Tiger Showmans.
They about to get hit with.
they don't have infinite time.
They about to get hit with the strength of debt, bro. Like I'm saying, bro, it's gonna hurt.
Responsibility. That joint is responsibility in your life.
Car loans. Car insurance.
Insurance, auto repair, boof.
Just all of his stress is being taken out on these children. I love it. I hope you finish off with a rock
Anime
bottom.
style.
Anime style, absolutely.
All right, so we're off to the main topic. The main topic is a Thunderbolts review.
Wow.
Asterisk.
Right? First off, my first question for both of you, who is your favorite and your least favorite character from the movie? Frankie, I'll let you start first.
Ooh. I think I'll go for you. No, Valentina was my favorite, actually. She was getting things done.
You talking about straight from Seinfeld?
Yes, Valentina. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen Veep, but she's a similar character in Veep. She's the vice president, but she still played this character very different. In Veep, she used to get in close and be like, listen here, you fucking slut. Da, 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 da. Yo, dead ass. That was the type of turn she would. But Valentina never lost her cool. Even when things were going down, she mobilized people at that site. And by the time she took her dress off, they was waiting for them Thunderbolts to get out. Least favorite?
And you can't say Taskmaster.
Damn, I was
too.
gonna say
I was
the
gonna say
dad.
Taskmaster.
That's too
too.
easy. That's too easy.
I would. Well, then I guess, and I'm sorry to say, I'd have to give it to Ghost, and I think it's one because the movie that she had before, Ant-Man 2, she wasn't really a developed character in that, and this gave her more personality, but not more development. Like I liked her more. I was like, oh, she's an actual person, but there's nothing about her that I attached myself to. But honestly, I think everyone on that cast I really liked. Yeah.
I was surprised she could talk.
Right? That's what I'm trying to say.
I was surprised she could talk.
She spoke in Ant-Man 2.
I remember that.
Barely. It was like revenge. You know, like she wasn't speaking.
Oh,
she
it
was
needs to be
talking.
said, man.
She wasn't formulating full sentences.
I like because I feel like Bucky, and maybe that's because we saw him before. He doesn't talk in Winter Soldier, but I
He was
felt
menacing.
Like
He was menacing.
He was menacing.
Menacing.
I felt him. He was saying a lot more with his face. This girl was giving me nothing in Ant-Man 2. And that's not her fault, clearly, because she had personality in this. They was the way they directed and wrote that character. They were, I don't know, it just felt like an afterthought.
Luther?
I don't have a favorite character. I like all of them equally.
It's the friends you
Who's
make
your least
along the
favorite?
way.
I don't have a least. I just said I like them all equally, so I can have a least favorite.
My bad.
Luther, the bleeding heart. Who would have
Right?
thought?
Not me. I think my favorite character, high key, was the Red Guardian.
Dang.
He's annoying. That's why.
You would love an emotionally unavailable man about the bag. He was about the bag. He was emotionally. She was like, I'm depressed. He's like, you're just a little sad.
He said, you don't have enough money. You're broke.
Yeah, just go get the bag. I promise you won't have these problems no more.
But guess what? She was happy when she got that bag.
It wasn't about the bag. It was the friend she made.
Yeah, but
The friends
bag,
along the way, right?
yeah, but the bag came with it when they became the Avengers.
I think they showed before they said the Avengers that she was in a happier place. Like she was happy when they were in the truck, when she was in the bed of the truck driving up with them. She was in a good place, and that was how she was able to talk down Bob. And then on top of that, she got to be an Avenger.
Yeah. I honestly felt as if the reason I liked him was because it was also redemption for him.
You think it was redemption?
A bit, yes, because for him, it seemed as if he was very absent. Right?
Yeah.
He wasn't there a certain way. And once you saw her go, poof, he was about to crash out.
That little girl?
No, that was funny as hell.
He's talking about for that too.
So hard.
I laughed.
Theater started laughing at me.
Yeah.
I was coughing, laughing, and I was like, "Am I going to hell?"
No, I laughed hard too, bro.
Because like once that was funny. I ain't gonna lie.
That was it not hilarious?
Boom. He's like, what the? He was shocked. He's like,
I was like, why did they find the cutest little girl to choose?
You're safe now.
You know, yo, like she's like Baby Doll from Batman the animated series. She's like Baby Doll. Go boom.
I was like, why didn't y'all give her like little Shirley Temple pin curls?
Yeah,
just go all in, give her a lollipop.
Like the
she had a teddy bear in her
innocent
head,
little girl, bro, and just poof.
But when Yelena disappeared too, you saw like that emotion in his eyes. Like he's always cared. He never understood the proper way of showing it. Right.
Yeah.
And I think him being on a team with her was his way of like, hey, I get to spend time with you. We're always around. Now we're doing cool shit together. Like, look at us. We are the Avengers. Like it was his. He had to find his own way to show love and appreciation and show his way that he loves her, and he figured it out. Now it took too goddamn long.
I don't know if I can give him that win or the redemption, because that's all tied to him getting the notoriety and money he was seeking. Right? That's not him choosing to be a part of her life independently of all of that.
True.
It came exclusively with that. I don't doubt that he ever loved her. The problem was he was so focused on him and his career that he never gave her the attention, the love. He was never there for her. And the only time he was there for her is when it was tied for his career. And now he gets to be an Avenger. Of course he around.
Yeah, I don't think he doesn't need to be.
You know what I'm saying?
He does not need to be.
It's like LeBron's dad pulling up. Yes, I'm LeBron James.
He has a dad?
It's so easy for you to be, I don't know.
He has a dad?
If LeBron James' dad pulled up, it's like, okay, now I am the GOAT, and it's easy for you to be present when I'm rich and like you have that stuff. It's hard when you're not. I will say I felt for him. He was crying when she disappeared.
Yeah.
He was distraught.
Like you saw that he was destroyed inside.
Yeah.
And he played a pivotal role in like making sure they even made it to New York to begin with. Right? They'd have still been in the desert walking.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, he drew across
once he heard they was gonna violate her, he dropped everything.
He pulled up.
He pulled up, and that's what I mean. Like because at that it wasn't about the fame at that point.
Yeah,
it was about y'all about to violate my child. I gotta go save her. I gotta do what I can.
I for real, I agree with that. Do you think that there is a scale for strength between the three super soldiers?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what are
Nobody has the same serum.
And I think,
I know. I love.
I think Walker's at the bottom.
You think Walker's at the bottom?
Hell yeah.
I think it's. Obviously Bucky's at the top,
yes.
right? He got some premium shit. So it's
with a premium arm on top of it.
Fancy, yeah. Vibrating. When he said fancy, I feel like I said fancy at the same exact time when he's like, this Hydra. And he was like, ooh, fancy. I was like, yo, facts.
Like, oh, y'all got that good.
Yeah. I would have been like, oh, excuse me, Mr. Hydra. But I think, and I don't know if it's his age or because he got some like off-brand Soviet stuff, but I feel like Red Guardian has the weakest of the three in terms of like, when I was like, John Walker was doing some real stuff. Like he held up that big brick. I was like, let's go, John. Like,
I feel the reason why I thought Red Guardians was stronger than John's because he tanked the
the one that was falling.
That was falling. Because you got
and he cracked it in it.
And it broke on his back. He just shrugged it off.
Who was the one that like it was about to fall on someone and they held it up? That wasn't John?
That was John.
Oh, that was John.
It was John.
Okay.
But I'm saying,
but that's like he had like leverage and fulcrum.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we get physics.
Also, he couldn't even throw it off. He was about to get crushed too.
Yeah,
it took all of them. I think it only took them three.
Even if they're the same.
I don't know what the hell Yelena did.
Yelena and Ghost. What are y'all doing, bro?
Let me say, Ghost is superhuman. Like she has superhuman strength because I think she kicked somebody and someone flew. Like she did something.
Nah,
no, bro, that was Taskmaster kicked somebody.
Taskmaster.
Take it back.
Yeah, Ghost doesn't have superhero strength, but she could phase through walls. or through you. And
okay, Kitty Pryde.
I mean, that's what she was doing, right?
I don't think they needed them to pick up that brick.
Yeah,
just the 3 super soldiers would have been good enough.
When she went up to it, I said, "And what you gonna do?"
Like, if they're failing, what are you gonna add to it, bro?
But then regarding what I said, all right, let's get some soup.
There we go.
And Bucky, so that he get an extra oomph with the arm. You heard it.
Yeah.
Yo, Wakandan tech was like, all right, we got this.
I loved Bucky being like full Terminator. Like that whole scene where he had a gun and he was like annoyed to be fighting them. Like he was like, all right, let me just... Honestly, Luther, it's how I would imagine you coming in to fight people. Them like kids? Rolling your eyes, dumb kids actually rolling your eyes and just distributing justice, punching down on the floor and be like, all right. Yeah. Even like when they were cheering and they started driving off and he went to go shoot them again, he just was like,
he's the best of them, huh? So he's like, these guys.
He's the best, yeah. But he still had the coolest scenes. I loved watching him when he like hit that tank and he like grabbed it. And he like pulled it down and it flipped. I was like, one thing Bucky gonna do is flip a car. That's his shit. That is his shit. He gonna flip that car before he leave.
We don't have much time, but I want to just tap into both of your brains. How did y'all feel about the Sentry and the ending on how they were able to overcome this villain?
I thought it was the worst part. I admire them for taking a theme, but they were like shoving that shit down our throat. Like he literally became a Black Void. And I know that's part of his powers, blah, 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 blah. But it felt so ham-fisted and literal. And honestly, the resolution, after they did that really cool fight scene in the tower, when it was done, I said, so we're going to have to talk Nujitsu our way out of this because ain't no way they're going to fight. I've actually never seen a bunch of heroes run the way they did. Like they was like, we got to get up out of here right now. But like, I was shocked. They scaled him so high. So now he's so powerful. I was like, so there's not only no one can defeat him because he could just, blast you out of existence, but he doesn't have any control over that power. He disassociates when it happens and it could just be triggered because of pain. So I thought he was going to self-sacrifice and kill himself. But I was like, I don't know how you fit this into a world or make any fight interesting with him there without being weird about it. And I don't know, it just felt like that third act felt a little clunky in the way they were like moving with it.
I have a follow-up question for you. Now that you said that, did you find it weird that they were able to scale him so high off of just basic things we had on Earth?
What do you mean? Like,
so like it's a thing of, we've seen Thor 4, which it's not the best movie, but it showed like we are playing, it was very much like Thor versus Zeus, right? Like that's how it got. So are you telling me that there was enough, you made of enough a concoction to give Sentry that he can combat magic now? Yeah,
it wasn't just that. I think they, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Zack Snyder because that was definitely Snyder shooting, like the way that he was moving around and stuff.
It was very Superman-esque.
It was definitely Superman-esque. And that's one thing I will never take away from Snyder. He knows how to scale. But I think it's the fact that there was 3 super soldiers, one with a vibranium arm that he ripped off with no problem. And I thought he was going to break it.
I thought he was going to break it.
Yeah. And they weren't even touching him. You get what I'm saying? And we've seen them fight like Thanos and stuff like that. And even he take a little bit more. But then they also scaled him when he said, oh, you said I'm stronger than Thor. You said I'm stronger than the Avengers. And there's at least one God on there and a Hulk. So that automatically scaled him to be this big thing.
I have a question I'm sorry, Luther. I have a question for that then. They only understand Thor from Endgame, not after Endgame, because remember, I think there's still more powers. I just think she wasn't aware of.
No, right? Ant-Man has a podcast. They know everything. Ant-Man has a podcast and a book where he explained the entire events. I'm talking
about from Thor 4, because then
where he met Eternity. Yeah, well, that's not him. That's Love.
Yeah, but I'm saying, he's stronger, right? From then till now.
Sentry could beat him the way they scaled him.
I don't think so.
He could just poof him.
That's only if he becomes the Void.
All this stuff, but even before the Void, the way he was moving, I was like, this is, and that was my issue. I was like, they made him unbeatable, and he learned his powers in like 5 minutes.
I mean,
so Luther, what is your metric for this movie?
Like a number?
Yeah,
An 8.
You give it an 8?
Yeah.
Frankie?
Yeah, I think I'd give it 8.5.
I'm gonna give it out of 8 as well.
Okay.
I think this was a solid movie. I think this was very pre-Avengers, you know? Luther, quick thoughts? We gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, I felt the same way too. And the post-credit scene was cool. The second one, I mean, the Wheaties box thing was funny, sure. But then the second one with the Fantastic Four ship, that was pretty dope too. It was very Phase 1-ish. I mean, if we didn't already know Fantastic Four movie was coming, that would have had me like...
That would have been really cool.
Oh, but even then, it still had me like, that's cool. It's how they come into the universe type shit. Now we gotta watch their movie to figure out why they even here type shit. Like it gave you something to look forward to again, which was something Marvel movies were sorely missing for a long time.
I think if it came out last year, word to Black Widow, that film came out too late. But if this film came out last year, it would have been received. It's being received well, but it would have been like blow our minds, Sinners level. We're talking about it if it came out last year.
All right. Well, Frankie, thank you for being here today. Truly appreciate it. We haven't had you on the show in like, what, 4 years?
I know. I
got the most appearances.
I saw this picture that Luther took of me in the not the OS studio, the Microsoft studio. It's crazy.
So, Frankie, what do you have coming up in the next couple of weeks and months that you're allowed to speak about?
That I'm allowed to see. Well, we're now interviewing the Superman cast on the DC Studios showcase. So every other week, you guys can tune in on Max's YouTube, Spotify. We just interviewed like the whole Daily Planet crew, and now we're gonna come up on the superheroes like Hawk Girl and stuff like that. So you guys can check
Green Lantern.
Out. Green Lantern is not in the Superman film. Sorry. He's on the Green Lantern show.
Technically?
Nathan
Fillion, yeah.
Yes, I thought you were talking about Arian.
No, not Aaron.
Yeah. Nathan Fillion. We do interview. That is Mufasa. I'm glad that's in your head, rent free. Also, I'm doing reviews and stuff on my show on my channel, Fantastic Frankie. So I did a whole Sinners thing. Now I'm doing Thunderbolts and then Mission Impossible.
And then your Sinners thing got some really good views.
Yeah.
Congrats on that.
Thank you. People really bang with Sinners. So I'm trying to keep that momentum going. I love watching Tom Cruise run. So I can't wait to talk about it. That's my favorite thing in the whole world.
He's fast as fuck.
You can see that on screen, right? Yeah. But yeah, you guys follow me at Fantastic Frankie, FRANKEY, with the key to your heart. And I'll see you guys.
All right. Well, till next time, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, and we will see you next week, hopefully. Where's camera? All right, cool.